Hi, my amazing planner people. It's Jess from My Magical Planner, and today I'm going to be doing my February dashboard. To decorate it, I'm going to go ahead and use up some leftovers of a Two Lil Bees kit. I think this will work really well, and I think I have enough to probably do this. I might pull in some additional things, like I did get a Sadie's Stickers $2 Tuesday that has these little hearts, so I'm loving the trim, so that may end up in there. I also have these two new washies from Simply Gilded that could make their way in there as well. So before we get started on the actual planning out of this, I feel like I need to go back and look at January and see how I did there, and also take into account my yearly goals. So if you're not interested in that, I'm going to put a timestamp down below, and you should be able to just skip this part and go straight to the planning. Okay, so let's look back at January 1st. Yeah, this did not go as planned. January in general did not go as planned. I think I spent most of my month like putting out little fires here and there was just a lot of chaos. And no like routines or anything, because everything was on the fly and it just felt really chaotic. So with that being said, the health portion of my stuff here, I kind of failed on it. Like, I did no soda for half the month, and then the second half of the month I was back on my soda, and I need to work on that again. Walking on the elliptical 10 minutes, I didn't commit, and so I did it a couple times, but it did not become a thing, so I need to do better on that. Wearing my Apple Watch, I've done it the last 2 weeks. It's not on today because I forgot to charge it. I need to get it, figure out a way of charging it and wearing it, because it only lasts, because I have an older one, so it doesn't last as long. So maybe I need to look into figuring out a routine to charge it. Like maybe I charge it when I take my showers or something. I don't know. So I have that. Learning, I didn't schedule time for myself. So I scheduled everything else, but I didn't schedule a block of time for me to be able to do this. So it didn't happen, because every time that there might have been an idea of doing this, there was something else that needed to be done. So I need to figure out that. To-dos for the house, I didn't make this list because I ended up spending most of my month on reorganizing my office, which was a much bigger project than I actually realized it was. So that is actually going to be in a video, but I have to finish it first. So like the desk is reorganized and everything, but I still have like my pen collection to go through. It's just stored in this area, as well as some Disney collection stuff. So I'm figuring that out. As far as relationships, so for Jared, I didn't get date night on the calendar. I think I had put it on the calendar. We were going to do date night, and then we both ended up so exhausted that we were just like, yeah, let's just order food and go to bed. Because we were so tired. Sad. Ethan, weekly check-ins. So we did some weekly check-ins, and then the last 2 weeks it's been every few days, because we were getting towards the end of the semester and we wanted to make sure things were getting turned in. We had about 50-50 success on that. He isn't failing any classes, which is better than the previous years, but there was still not everything turned in. So still working on that. We did work on changing up his ADHD meds to see if we could find a better fit there, as well as trying to figure out some new tools to use. Dan driving became less of a priority because of all the other things going on. So I think he went out maybe 3 times in the last month. So we need to do better on that. Megan had stretching that I thought was going to be really good for her, but it was a bit of an emotional roller coaster with her this month. She went from like being all excited about skating to the next week, I want to quit, and like the polar opposites of that feeling. I was like, okay, I don't think you really want to quit, so let's think about this. Why are you, like, what's wrong with skating? And we found out it was it was to do with getting her axle and stuff. So we're trying to change up some things. So stretching wasn't the number one priority for her. As for Emily, we did, so I contacted a therapist to get out on the wait list for her autism stuff. I haven't heard back from them, so I need to follow up on that. And we did meet with the school for accommodations for her. If you haven't been following me, my daughter Emily, she's 9, just got diagnosed with autism. And so we're going through a bunch of meetings and that kind of thing. And I think that's where a lot of my month went, was dealing with that. As for me, as I said, I didn't get me on the calendar, and I need to do that this coming month. As far as wish list, yeah, so I did good the first half of the month, and then as the stress of all of these other things started to kind of pile up, instead of writing a wish list, I just bought. So did not do well there. Okay, now we're going to go to the yearly goals, which are here. I want to keep these in mind for the coming month. Marriage, marriage and family, as well as friendships. I'm not really going to go over those. Education, I want to learn some things, and I have some specific things here. Algorithms, skills, and things like that. I haven't done a class on Skillshare, so I think I want to include that in my things for this coming month. So let me write that down on a sticky note. Skillshare class, because I think that will be good. Okay, spiritual, I think I'm going to, I think the Sunday resets needs to be put down. So I'm going to put that down here as another thing I want to add in this month. It may not go on the dashboard page. It may end up going on the monthly as a reminder on the monthly spread. So we'll see. Health-wise, I did try to go down a med. That didn't work out, so I had to put it back in play. So I don't know what my next step is there. I meet with a doctor sometime this week, so I'll be talking to them more about that. Walk 5 days a week so I can get to my 5K. So the walking hasn't happened, so I'm just going to put walk because I know I want to keep that in the routine. Home, make my house into a home. Clean up yard I can't do right now. Put up wall decor, clean basement, and other clutter. Okay, so what could I focus on this month as I think getting my office done. And then because my office is just a corner of a room, I might try and do the rest of the room as well. We'll see. YouTube and Instagram, I'm not going to be tracking in this planner that goes in my Hobonichi. Travel, I do have a plan for that because one of the things I said was plan a family trip, not to Maine or Disney. So I'm going to put trip planning on here. Okay, now let's go back to February. There was also finance on there, which I'm not going to go into in much detail right now, but I do know that finances I want to deal with on this page. I don't know if I'm going to decorate that today. So here are the categories. I put them already on sticky notes that I want to utilize this space for. So I know I want health to be a big priority, so I think I'm going to put it at the top. Relationships, I feel like I need more area, so that's going to go at the bottom. Learning, and these are the different relationships, so that'll go here. Home will go here, and then I'm actually going to put this as trip planning. So the Skillshares class can go under learning, walk will go under health, and let's see, Sunday rest, yeah, I think that's going to end up being on this page. Getting office done will go under home, and oh, I guess I had two trip plannings. So that's kind of how I'm going to utilize the space so that I know. And now I'm going to go ahead and take them back off. So this is generally how I do it even before you guys see what's going on. So this is kind of the back stage of that. So I'll take these off because I know where things are going to go, and then they won't be in the way for me doing my next stage, which is decorating.
Not used to this. I don't know how to act, don't know how to adapt to this situation. Not used to this, no I'm not, but better let myself give in to love, believe in us, no matter what it does to my heart. Not used to this, no I'm not. It was like if we were to waste these moments, they're like poets to me. You getting into my brain, I feel emotionally drained. You getting into my brain, you getting into my brain. You're new to me, I don't know who you are, be like a piece of art. I want more, but better slow it down. Inside my mind is getting all too loud, I get scared. Not used to this, not prepared. Not used to this, not prepared. Not prepared. It was like if we were to waste these moments, they're like poets to me. You getting into my brain, I feel emotionally drained. You getting into my brain, you getting into my brain. You're 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 getting into my brain. You getting into my brain. I feel emotionally drained. You getting into my brain. You getting into my brain. I'm somewhere in the middle, try to find myself again. But life is one big riddle of the future and what's been. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, running to better times. Go, from my emotions I'll go, running to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times, to better times. To better times, to better times, to better times. Remember I was laughing in all the photos that you took, but now it looks like acting, like we were fiction in a book. Guess it's the way it goes, and I will never know why you let me go. Look to the left, look to the right, nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it,
Okay, let's zoom in and I'll kind of walk you through all of this. Okay, so I have my February up here at the top. My first box is health, and keeping in mind all those things that we talked about, here are the things that I think are going to help me most this month. A day off. I have such a hard time scheduling days off where I don't clean the house and I don't do YouTube stuff and I don't run errands, because usually I have to do one of those things, if not all three. So I need to make sure I'm scheduling a day off, like a rest day, a day where I can actually do a couple of crafts or read a book. It's been forever since I've read a book. So that's my intention for February, is to have that. I also realized that the reason I tend to go to my soda is for the caffeine and the sugar to keep me awake. So I'm going to try a new bedtime routine and see if that helps. I'm keeping walk on here because I really need to do that for my hip. And then in the learning area, I am a member of Skillshare, so I want to make sure I'm utilizing that. And I picked out a couple of classes. When I decide which one I'm going to do, I'm going to write it in here. And I want to do one of the Skillshare classes. I'm a member of this, it's like an online forum called Video Ranking Academy. And so I want to post there once a week. And then they also have courses that I've purchased. So I want to go and utilize those by doing at least one of those this month. As far as home goes, I'm trying not to overstretch. So essentially, I'm going to try and work in the room where my office is. And this is a room where a lot of the kids' books are and stuff. So I have decluttered books and put DVDs in an album. So we have tons of DVDs that we've gotten over the years. I figured out how many slots I would need in this big album. I bought the album. It's been sitting here almost a year and not gotten any DVDs put in it. So I'm going to try and get that to happen. And just kind of finish up my office, which is like my stickers and my Disney pens mostly, that need to be kind of sorted through and dealt with. Over here for my plan the trip thing, so I just put plan trip up here, and I'm planning on using the boxes for different things, like where do we want to go? What are some things we want to do? When do we want to go? That kind of logistics, so I can kind of have a general outline by the end of the month. And then down here is always where I put my relationship stuff. And this month, in addition to my husband and my kids, I also have some friends in here. So I'm not going to go over all of them, but I'll go over a couple. So my friend Denise needs a little help organizing her office. And so I'm going to go over and hopefully we'll find a day that I can come over and help her with that. Stephanie, we have a lot of, our schedules are both so busy that if we don't schedule something, we're never going to see each other. So we're going to try and schedule a couple lunches together. For Emily, I want to learn a little bit more about autism and maybe a few ways that can help her more. For Ethan, I want to find 2 ways to help him with his ADHD, because the meds help some, but not enough. And Dan, I want to make sure he's getting enough sleep, because he's kind of my night owl. And I think with the stress of school and lack of sleep, it's starting to get to him. So that's kind of where we are right now. I think this is going to be hugely helpful for me this month. My goal is to come back here at the beginning of every week and kind of check in with this and see if there's something I can do that'll go with this and support it. So that's all I have for today. I hope this was helpful to you guys. And until next time, I'll see you guys real soon.